man, it's been one of those couple of weeks. Do you ever feel like you know where you're going and you get there and you find that you didn't actually know where you were being led to, but it's actually perfect and you see exactly how? Yeah, I'm there. Okay, tried writing with this pen. Out of ink. It's not out of ink. Why isn't it writing? I don't know. I tried to plug in my microphone. Can't find a dongle that I need to record with. Can't plug in my microphone. Okay, we're being redirected. Which is funny because that's what the theme this week is all about. Redirection. Hey, welcome back. I'm Sylvia Beatrice. I am a psychic medium and intuition coach and spiritual activation mentor. I have been, for the past 6 months, working towards launching Lighthouse this October, this month, right now. In fact, right now was supposed to be week 1 of Lighthouse. But yeah, Lighthouse is my course all about learning to work with your intuition, to live your life from your soul. I've been revamping everything, creating an experience. I made a whole 3-hour playlist for this new cohort. It's cohort. I did it. Okay, come to find out, I was never supposed to launch a live cohort right now. You might know that I'm a huge Disney fan. And in our 20s, my husband and boyfriend at the time, we used to have annual passes at Disneyland. I loved it. We used to go all the time. Somehow we just magically had all this time to just drop everything and go and just hang out and eat and drink and ride on rides and do all the things. And of course, being from Southern California, we grew up going every year with our families and it was amazing. But we decided to do everything that we had never done. So we took a Disneyland tour called Walk in Walt's Footsteps. And I am such a nerd. I love history and I love all the behind the scenes details about the creation of things. This tour was so cool because you got to see all the behind the scenes workings of how everything was designed, what the intention was behind every single decision. And there was a concept that Walt Disney had called weenies. It was the idea that if you put a big marker in a certain place, very visible from different places, it would draw people to it by its grandeur, by its beauty, by its excitement, and it would serve to direct traffic towards a certain location, towards a certain event. So for example, the Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland was a weenie because that would drive traffic through Main Street to a central hub so that they can choose which land to go into after that. So I'm thinking about this idea and isn't that interesting? We get so gung-ho about this idea, this goal, this metric that we're just so driven to hit, and then we get closer and nothing works. So what happened? Were you wrong? No, that's still you following your guidance. They have to get you there somehow. So our spirit team puts this idea into our head about this goal or this metric or this destination that we're supposed to be working towards. And then we get there and nothing is going right. For example, launch week is hectic. There's so much to do. So I get to that week and guess what? My kid gets sick. And it was just a cold, but he's 2 and 2-year-old colds are no fun. My little guy needed some snuggles from his mama. So the launch can wait. Thank you. Show me what to do. I will do what I can. So I'm with him during launch week and I feel good. In years past, it might have been a stress, anxiety-filled, pressurized environment for me to be relaxing with a toddler instead of working on my launch. However, it was perfect timing because it allowed me to fully detach my ego from any outcome of this launch. And I could just ride the ride, as I say. Interesting how that also ties to Disney. I digress. So I made the choice to be fully present with my son and detach from the outcome of anything happening with Lighthouse, which was perfect. However, as he started to get a little bit better, I was still thinking, I could still make this work. I could still totally rock this. Well, then I had another sick kid. My 7-year-old got sick. And it coincided, of course, with her fall break. I had both kids at home with me instead of just one. In case they weren't clear enough with the circumstances surrounding me, they decided to make it a little bit louder so that I didn't have any grand ideas about driving this bus by myself. Because I am not the driver. I'm literally just following directions and saying, okay, whatever you want me to do is fine with me. And that feels right, which If you've worked with me at all, you know that I talk about clear yes, clear no. And that is the bread and butter, the absolute basic building blocks of beginning to work with our intuition. So trusting the clear yes, clear no, that feels right. So Lighthouse was my weenie. Lighthouse was my little dangling carrot trying to get me to go in a certain direction. I wasn't wrong, but I wasn't quite right either. And that's okay, because I'm right here exactly where they wanted me to be. Here we are. What do I know? I'm just human. So are you. And it's all good and it's perfect just the way it is. And if we're in the present moment, tuning in moment to moment, what feels right now, without being concerned about it feeling right 5 seconds ago, we get to get our guidance right now. Okay, I'm here. Where do you want me to go now? Oh, this way. Okay, perfect. How about now? Don't worry about what they said 5 minutes ago. We're right here. We're not there anymore. And to be clear, I used to be super type A, very controlling, very anxious. I had a hard time switching gears. My pivoting game was in the trash. Not anymore. Because I know now what it's like to work this way, to live this way, to breathe this way, knowing how the results are so much bigger than I could ever have imagined at the start, and also how I get to have so much joy and my life is so rich in the process. It's moment to moment connection and guidance and direction, and the peace that comes from living this way. I will never go back. I wish I could bottle it up. And the next closest thing is to package Lighthouse and offer it to people. It's not as easy as just a spray, but it's available if you're willing to show up. Because anytime you show up, they show up too. It's a team. This is teamwork. This has all been about revving up the momentum behind the scenes to really solidify and crystallize my message. And without that momentum, without that drive, without that push, I wouldn't have been doing all the things that I've been doing, making videos, creating content on TikTok, going live on IG with my friend Grace John. It wouldn't have happened. But with all of this momentum, I have now found I can't serve everybody live. I'm thinking too small. I can't reach the amount of people I need to reach with just a small cohort of live people. This information is so important, and especially heading into whatever shit show we're heading into, we need to know how to trust and follow our intuition. We have to have an upgraded operating system so that we can keep up with what's being required. As the world gets more pressurized, darker, more stressful, we have to know how to feed our brain and keep abreast of everything that's happening without getting bogged down into anxiety, into depression, into paralysis, and not make decisions to keep ourselves and our families protected and well taken care of. We have to know how to follow our intuition. So that's been everything that I've been working on behind the scenes. I'm going to be releasing Lighthouse 2019 recordings so that anybody can follow along on your own time. Once you know everything that Lighthouse is, if you'd like to join the live cohort, you can put that money towards the live cohort and we'll just include you right in. Doing it live, of course, has so much value. It's the community, it's the one-on-one time with me, it's the questions being answered. If you've ever been to a live show, you know what I'm talking about. There's something special about being there live. However, it's too important and it's too valuable to limit it like that, and I realize that now. So I hope you can take my personal experience for your own life. What has been your weenie that you're working towards, that you think that you have all the answers, all the momentum, all the ego wrapped up into it, thinking that you know what's going on and you know what you're working towards, only to find out, actually, that's not quite it. You weren't wrong, but there's a couple stops that you have to make first. But you wouldn't have seen those stops if you hadn't have been pulled towards that direction in the first place. I would love to know in the comments below what those moments were for you and if you can relate, because I know I am not alone in this. If this little chat helped you at all, I'd love to know, and also stick around. I'd love to see you around for the next time. I've also gotten a lot of requests for readings lately, so I promise I am working on getting openings back up for you very soon. Make sure you're signed up for my email so that you'll get a heads up as soon as I got spots open. You also get my free intuition starter guide, which is full of resources for when you're just getting started on your whole intuition adventure. It's really good. Check it out. And it's free. Be sure to sign up. It's in the description below. We got this. I got you. If you can hear my little guy doing just dance downstairs, it is what it is. Here I am. I'm a working mom. What do you want? That's real life. I'll see you next time.